so I actually want to get to this one because I thought it was just interesting, if nothing else. Albert Marino has written and says, "Hello, Mr. Dutch. This may be the absolute dumbest question you'll ever get, but I'll take the risk because I'm very curious to know the reason. Whenever I see wrestlers in traditional wrestling boots, I almost never see the end laces tied in a visible knot, like you would see in regular shoes or sneakers. The laces are crisscrossed up the calf, but they stop at the top. I first noticed this as a kid, whether it was John Tolos or Billy Graham or Andre the Giant or Ernie Ladd or whoever. They were all laced the same way, and still to this day. It baffled this 7-year-old kid, now 57-year-old man, on the how and why. Is the knot concealed behind the top of the tongue? Is the knot concealed at the toe end? Can you tell me how they're knotted up and why are boots laced up and knotted this way?"
What is this gentleman's name?
Albert.
Albert, you want to know too damn much. I'll tell you, that was one of the first things I learned in the wrestling business. It's when you lace your boots up, don't leave your laces hanging, because that will hit you in the eye. When you're moving around, you're on the mat, guy comes in, he could hit you in the eye. He could take your eyeball out, or he could knock your, you may never be able to see again, or properly anyway. So what they tell you to do is tie it all the way up. You can tie it in a bow tie, however you want to tie it, but then take that bow and point it toward the outside of your boot on both sides, and tuck it into the side of the boot that's there, thus containing the laces so they're not flying all over the place. I learned that maybe the first or second day, because I think I went in the ring and nobody told me this. I wish Jake the Snake had been the one to come and tell me that.
No, he probably stole it from you. How to do it.
Yeah. But a guy come in, he said, "Come here, kid." He said, "Don't do that." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, I'm going to show you." He said, "First of all, it shows how green you are." Oh, that's what I didn't want to do. I said, "Okay." And he says, "Tuck it in, and then you won't have another guy telling you to tuck it, because it's bad for the eyes." And it is. If the guy's down and I'm coming in doing something and I'm turning, if it's a long lace, bam, I could turn and get me. Whenever I see guys like that, I said, "Well, nobody told them," and they should. That's just a safety issue, is all it is. But that was one of the very first things I learned after I started working, is to tuck your shoelaces in, your boot laces in, so they're not flying. And that's why he didn't see anything, because it was pulled over to the side, and the knot, if you could get close down to it, I don't know, maybe there should be a little knot there, just tuck, and you won't see it.
Where do you get your boots from? Oh, you answered it very well. Where did you order your boots from in the old days?
What was the name of it? J&J or something? What was it? Someplace. They were made out of Ohio, I think. Now, a lot of people make boots. So when you see those really high boots that are red and like gold or yellow or blue, I always liked those. But they used to be like 10 or 12 inches. If they were too low, they looked stupid. If they were like a little bit higher, say at 12 inches, 14 inches, it made you look actually taller. So I always tried to get those 14-inch boots, 12-inch boots anyway, and go to the ring.
How much did they cost you?
I forgot, huh?
How much did they cost you?
Back then?
Yeah.
About $150.
Not too bad.
That was then, so that'd be like $400 now.
I guess so, yeah. Still, I mean, all you need in an investment is a few $100 boots and trunks and stuff, and you can go make your fortune.
You could. You need to put some money into the gym so you could work out a little bit. And that's all you need. And the ability to talk a little bit and get yourself over.
Absolutely.
See, it's not an expensive business to get into. Sometimes it can be an expensive business to stay in. because you're always getting fired and run off. Not
On
run off, but sometimes, hey, when territories wanted you to leave, you know what they would do?
Go on.
What do you think they'd do?
Not book you?
No, worse than that. Not pay you.
Oh.
Not pay you right. They may send you on this long trip, and some guys would make those trips and barely paid their expenses. So they'd be better off just going and getting a job. Then when they put somebody back in the job, they would pay the guy like 2 times or 3 times more than they were paying that guy to get him to leave. Now to get this guy to come in